The first rule of deliberate practice is that you must practice deliberately. The second rule of deliberate practice is you must practice deliberately. So what does this mean? It means you can't improve simply by watching YouTube videos, even my YouTube overview videos. You must become engaged both emotionally and physically in the concepts. In other words, you must not only, like Nike's been saying for the last 50 years, just do it, you must want to do it. In the first book that I recommended on deliberate practice, a book by Daniel Coyle called The Talent Code, he says the first step in deliberate practice is what he calls the trigger. The trigger that gets people going in deliberate practice is usually seeing someone, a hero of yours in a particular discipline or sport, who has achieved something that you want to achieve. And not just something you want to achieve for show or for the ego gratification, but something that you really think is the best thing that you could do for yourself at this particular time. That's the trigger. Without an emotional trigger, it's really hard to get started in deliberate practice. And I see it as part of my job here is to try to trigger you into engaging in deliberate practice. And perhaps that won't happen after the first few lessons, but down the road, I hope that it does. The second major principle of deliberate practice, according to Daniel Coyle, is what he calls chunking. Chunking is just basically breaking a complex process into its parts, its chunks. So we've done that starting out this series on goat tennis. Instead of talking about the forehand one week and the serve one week and the mental fitness on another week, we're going to focus consistently on the tennis forehand. And not just that chunk, tennis forehand, topspin tennis forehand, but the chunk that has to do with the whip effect in your tennis forehand. So that's an example of breaking something down from a high level down into smaller parts so we really can focus on something with full awareness and attention. And that's the message for today. I hope that this triggers you into exploring and trying out these deliberate practice lessons instead of just simply watching YouTube videos. Now that's kind of a long way of saying what Nike used to say, which was just do it. Remember, the GOAT is watching.